Pat Beverly recently said this is about his love for the city of Philadelphia and being a part of the reason why he signed. The quote, "People here are very different than what I've been used to. Everyone's welcoming, no matter what color, no matter what race. It's not like crabs in a barrel pulling each other down to get up. Everyone here works collectively for a common goal." But then you contrast that to former Eagles cornerback CJ Gardner-Johnson, who said this week on Philadelphia on a video game stream, he was asked about the fans in Philadelphia, and quote, he said they are effing obnoxious. I effing can't stand those effers. So my question to you guys
is how you really feel.
Yeah. And the funny thing was, a lot of Eagles fans were upset because they said like they supported that guy, they want him to be resigned, all the stuff. Everyone loves CJ Gardner-Johnson, so they were just interested that he said that about the fan base. But anyway, my question is: the Eagles and Phillies always seem to attract big names, but the Sixers, as we've mentioned, have always had a hard time attracting big time free agents. And I mean, I think that if you go back to it, I think the last big name free agent guy that we got was Elton Brand, but that was like coming off his injury.
2008.
Yeah. So and that was like the last big name guy we signed. But so would you say the fans are the reason the free agents are both attracted to Philadelphia and also turned off when it comes to Philadelphia? Or what is the reason that the Sixers just have a hard time getting big name guys?
I'm not sure. I mean, I know one thing that it's hard to get big name guys because most times their team that they're with can pay them more rather. And a lot of times guys are choosing places they want to be and where they want to live. You don't see a lot of guys living in Philadelphia in the off season, right? So it's not a place that people are moving to unless they're kind of from that area. So you see guys gravitate more to places where they want to live or their family live or they're from or they stay in the summer, better weather. I firmly believe that, but I also believe that like we got to be real. Like it's Philadelphia, New York, Boston. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Philadelphia is a tough city to play in. They are hard on you, in any way that they can be. That's real. So. Some guys, that's why I said it's not made for everybody. Some guys are going to choose if they have options, they're not going to choose that. I mean, everybody. Remember when I was younger, when I first came in the league, everybody was talking about how New York was the place to be and how everybody wanted to play in the Garden and play for the Knicks. Like you don't see guys knocking down the Knicks door either. I mean, Melo went, but outside that, you don't see that either.
Yeah,
Boston,
that was a trade too, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, well, Melo, they got Melo in the trade. Like you don't see guys really going to do that. Boston don't really get free agents like that. I mean, they got trades and they got really lucky with Brown and Taylor drafting. Not really lucky. I mean, they drafted well and they had the opportunities to get those guys. But those are draft picks that worked out for them. But Isaiah Thomas got there when he was a trade. Kyrie's a trade. Kemba Walker trade. I mean, they did sign Gordon Hayward. But that was, a relationship with the coach.
Yeah.
And you see how that went. You know what I'm saying? You see how that went.
It's really just Miami and LA.
Primarily. For guys to be, if they're going to make a move, the top guys, they're usually making a move like that.
Guys are usually asking to go to one of those places.
Yes. New York, I mean, like I said, like the New York Knicks and the Brooklyn had it because that's what KD wanted to be there. And they knew that was one of the few places that they could go together.
Mm-hmm.
So Philadelphia, I think that the only way it can happen is maybe how they're doing it, where they have a lot of space and they get a couple guys that want to go together.
Yeah.
And go play with Joel.
Yeah.
I think that's probably how you can do it.
And draft Bronny. I think Gardner-Johnson's comments are funny, but if they just paid him more money, he never would have said this. Then he'd still be in Philly, and he never would have said anything about Philly fans. Everything would be all good.
Said it and feel it are two different things. He probably wouldn't have said it perfectly.
Yeah, we never know about it, though.
He feels that. Yeah, I think he feels that.
Specifically with the Sixers, though, it's hard to say. It's hard to say the free agent thing because we just haven't had the money to spend in a long time, right? I mean, we did sign Elton Brand back in 2008. After that, it was the process Sixers where they really weren't trying to spend money, and then they were trying to spend money, but no one wanted to come there. So they got like Jared Bayless and Gerald Henderson, and then they spent a lot of money on JJ Redick that one year, again like 21 or 22 million because he just wouldn't come otherwise. And then they did the Harris trade, and then the Butler trade, which soaked up the money, so they didn't have money then. And then they did the whole weird sign and trade with Butler, and then Horford did choose to come to Philly. He wasn't like a top name, but he was one of the top 10 free agents that year. He wasn't a bum by any means. Yeah. That didn't work out, but that's not the point. How that went. He did not work out well, but he did choose.
What I'm saying is people pay attention to that.
Yeah,
guys pay attention to that. So the word is around the league. Man, you don't want to sign Philly. That's the word around the league. That's why I know for a fact it's hard for them to get free agents.
Yeah.
The word around the league is you do not want to sign there as a free agent. If you're traded there, that's different. You're drafted there, that's different. But you don't want to go there if you have a choice. Not if you have options.
That's the word around the league right now?
It's the word around the league. It's been the word around the league.
Damn, that's terrible.
That's not new. That's why So when I say it as a matter of fact. It's hard for Philly to get free agents. That's why you never hear rumors of people wanting to go to Philly. That's free agents. You never hear that rumor.
Yep. I guess if we have the money and we have Embiid and Maxey, like Morey said,
that's the only way you can do it. Where you can get a couple guys that'll go.
Yep.
Be like, man, look, we're gonna play for Joel. Let's go get these 3 years in and see where it goes. That has to be a collective thing because most of those guys, if they're on that level, their team is trying to keep them so they can get more money.
Yeah. That's why Morey said we're in an interesting situation because we're one of the better teams in the league that have a lot of money. Most of the other teams that have a lot of money in the same offseason don't have Joel.
Yes.
Don't have a Joel and Maxey. So it'll give us a leg up when everyone's throwing, but then you have to overpay for somebody then.
Yeah, but this is why you can't give James Harden a contract.
Yeah, exactly. So, gotta hope that people want to play with Maxey and Embiid, and will take more money to come to us than they will to go to Detroit or OKC, I guess.
Good luck.
So we started the episode not knowing what Morey's plan was, and I think we ended the episode. I think we know what Morey's plan is. Hopefully, two guys would want to come here together. The two stars want to get overpaid to come to Philadelphia and win with James.
I think that would be his wish. I wouldn't necessarily know if that's his plan.
Yeah.
There's no way you can bank on that.
Siakam and OG, they want to come play with Nurse again.
Let's see, he would say OG and somebody else, and I would say no. I mean, when I was talking about was
Kawhi and PG,
the decision type guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not crazy.
So, PG and OG.
Has OG been an all-star?
No.
Okay, so decision type guys then.
Well, you get one decision type guy, then you get one OG type guy.
Yeah, but the decision type guys were all-stars.
And they're talking to each other. The decision guys aren't making these kind of pacts with OG.
Yeah, they were all-stars. They were guys that PG and Levine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could get around that. I get around that plan if Morey's got that in his sleeve.
I would say more of like a DeRozan than like a PG, most likely. Which I'd be okay with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have OG though, so you know how you can deal with that. How you and Nurse can deal with that.
Okay. So OG's
and you like
OG's a good pivot too because he's in the middle of age between Maxey and Embiid, so you have like a longer window slightly, right?
But you just said you wanted 233 plus guys.
We're not going to have that. Come on now.
You just said it. You would take it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be okay with sure. I mean, what are we talking about here? As opposed to what? Marcus Morris and Batum and Robert Covington? I mean, yeah, I'll take that and run.
No, we're talking about next summer. You're equating this summer into next summer.
Well, depends on the move.
You said those two guys next summer.
But a lot of people
with the deal.
A lot of people want us to trade for Powell. A lot of people want us to trade for Powell, and Powell's got 3 years remaining. I don't think Morey wants that. But he's the best player in that deal right now, a 20-point scorer, right? So it sounds good to add for this season, but 3 more years left. It's not. I don't think he wants that for $20 million.
You wouldn't take Levine? How many years Levine got left?
No, Levine. I think Levine's a higher bar than Powell, right?
I'm just asking.
No, I would. Yeah, I would do the Levine. Levine sounds like what he wants. Off ball, on ball.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Powell, also a Nurse guy. So if we do get OG, that's 2 guys, who could come together.
Yeah, he traded Powell. That's right. Yeah.
Well, he didn't trade him. Ujiri did.
Yeah, I'm sure they're on the same page.
Yeah. Well, let's not start blaming Nurse.
Page. They wouldn't be on the same page based on what we said earlier. Wouldn't be the GM and the coach, and they wouldn't be on the same page. Because the coach gets to blame and the players get to play.
You can't blame the coach for Ujiri's moves, man. You can't start doing that with Nurse. Come on. Give Nurse some slack here. Come on.
Yeah.